So I just watched Coconut's video on the whole community being obsessed with Dead by Daylight dying. It actually opened my eyes to a lot of things that I never really thought of before, which is even the most toxic of games that I play, even considering like League of Legends and all that stuff. Of course, a lot of people still talk about how League of Legends is dying and how Fortnite is dying and all that stuff. Fortnite, what even is that anymore? But it's never to the same degree as people do with DBD. It's like every single update that they make, people, including me, I'm not removing myself from the situation, so I should say people plus me. I'm also a person. I'm not a lizard, I promise. People immediately go to this change will kill Dead by Daylight. And it makes a lot of sense with what he said that a lot of people just put themselves in the situation where they hate the game so much that they hope that the game dies because it's not being tailored towards their fun specifically. And it's always the veteran players that start the whole discussion of DBD dying. It's crazy, but it's true. The people that play DBD the most are the people that keep talking about how DBD is gonna die. Again, including me, I am a person. But I feel like the reason for that is not as simple as people being hateful. It's mostly because the recent changes that DBD is making is clearly not intended to veteran player. They're constantly pushing the idea that every single mechanic in the game should be accessible to every single player and lowering the skill ceiling by a lot. Pretty much at this point, every single update. It's like they're trying so hard to make newer players have a decent time with the game right away without even having to put in the work to learn the game. They want that so bad that they start forgetting about the veteran players and how they're having fun with the game. For a lot of people, they can't quit DBD because it's the same pull that a game like League of Legends has for some reason. I'll never understand it. I wouldn't play DBD if I didn't record videos and stream the game. But a lot of people that watch me and a lot of people that I just played with in the past keep playing the game and they have the same complaints as I do. I don't know why I'm going on this tangent. It's just interesting. The whole topic of people being clearly obsessed with DBD dying, hoping for it, even review bombing, even though it's just like 50 reviews in the DLCs he showed. Still, like the fact that people are so eager and hateful and they want to do something about their spite for the game is crazy because I mean, I guess it also boils down to the fact that DBD doesn't have as many players as a game like League of Legends does, not even a fraction of it. So if it is really the vocal minority trying to like kill the game or hope that the game dies, a game like League of Legends wouldn't suffer as much because there's just so many players that even if a portion of them is, hoping that the game dies, it doesn't really affect the game as a whole. When a game like Dead by Daylight, because we don't have as many players as the other games, everyone's voices are loud as shit. And again, I've said this in the past and I'll say it again. I feel like most of the complaints people have about the game is due to the fact that the game doesn't tell you how good you actually are at the game. Really, there's no way to measure how good you are at DBD. Of course, there's like arbitrary stuff like are you killing a lot when you play killer or are you looping the killer for long periods of time? Or escaping a lot. But there's no real system that tells you whether you're good or not at the game. And people obsess over the MMR system, like that's a thing. I've had people not complain, argue with me for hours, even days, on my YouTube's comment section that MMR is an actual real thing that really measures how good you are at the game. But it's been data mined that it's soft capped at 1600, so if you're playing against the best killer players in the server, one game, and then you're playing against Low Jimmy, first time Blight, next game. If there was a system that showed you, maybe an elo system, kind of like League of Legends, that showed you how good you are at the game, people would not be so eager to comment what they think is the best way to update the game. They wouldn't be so eager to disagree with a YouTuber saying something about the game when they clearly have way less experience than the guy talking. I know this sounds weird coming from me, and it sounds like I'm saying this because it's me, I know better. Hell, I don't think I'd be even platinum if there was a system and challenge. It was like League of Legends. I think I'd be gold. But that would push me to improve as a player, and maybe my opinions would be, more accurate to how the game actually works. So the bronzies wouldn't go yapping around telling everyone that DH is an OP perk when they just have to, learn to wait it out. Or people like True Talent saying that they're playing in top MMR when they're going against low Jimmy every game and having takes such as DVD Survivor Sided, Hell, I even think that a ranked system would completely dethrone True Talent. He would not have as many viewers anymore because people would actually be able to see that he's not as good as he, says he is. And maybe his weird opinions wouldn't, create this cult or keep this cult that he created going. Because a lot of people think that he's just this like godlike being among us plebeians, and he knows better than everyone, and he thinks DVD's forever cited, so it is. At this point, I'm so far away from the topic, but this is kind of the point of this channel. This is what I do. Okay, so a friend of mine tells me that I have this extroverted intuition. So pretty much when I have a train of thought, I don't do it inside my head, I do it outside of my head. So sometimes I contradict myself and I form my opinions as I'm talking. And that was so cool to hear because it's so true. And this channel is pretty much here for this. I'll be forming my opinions as I speak. Do I think DVD is gonna die? No. Do I hope it dies? I hope it, scares the devs into making the game more fun, but other than that, I hope it doesn't die because it is my job. Pivoting to a different game would not be as easy as people think it is. I know that for a fact, so please don't die. Just make the game more fun. That's all. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.